What's up, everyone? This week we're doing another episode of the Talkin Nardcore with our favorite picks of 5-year spans, our favorite 2 releases, and this one's super fun. We're doing 1985 to 1989, and this is these are great years for music, so this is so fun to get into. If you would like to support the podcast, please like, rate, and review wherever you listen to podcasts. And please share it. And, really, take this to heart. Please give it a like and please write a short review. I don't know why that stuff matters, but it goes a long way to, getting the podcast, rated, and then more people can find it. So that is much appreciated. If you would like to go the extra mile, please go to patreon.com/185 miles south and become a monthly contributor on the Patreon. And, yeah, these are my personal heroes. These are the ones that keep the podcast alive, literally. The pod would not still be going if it wasn't for the Patreons who are basically holding the weight for this. So thanks so much to them. And all right, let's get on with the show.
"185 Miles South", a hardcore punk rock podcast.
All right, everyone. This episode, we are continuing with our series of choosing our favorite 2 releases of every year. And now, so the rules, if you didn't listen to the first episode, are we are choosing one, which is our favorite California punk or hardcore record of the year. And then the other one is a wild card where it can be any release of any genre. So, for instance, in 1985, you could choose a California punk and hardcore record, let's say RKO, Keep Laughing. And you can also choose whatever Madonna record came out that year. Or you can choose 2 California punk and hardcore records if those are your 2 favorite releases. So it's just the rules of you're choosing at least one California punk and hardcore record, and then you're choosing a wild card, whatever the fuck you want. It can be a cassette tape, it can be a 7-inch, it can be an LP, it can be whatever. And that's that. So, we're talking Nardcore. At least one Nardcore release is going to get on there, I think. Right?
For sure.
Okay. That means we got Stu from Omega Point.
What up?
Yeah, and that also means we got the legend, episode 1.
Hello, everyone.
Joe Rivas. You can say hi again. You jumped the gun a little bit.
No, I didn't.
Hey, if you record with Roger, he can just bump you back a little bit if you sing out of time.
Yeah, I don't have a name anymore. I don't go by Joe Rivas anymore. I go by the legend.
Episode 1. It's the longest fucking nickname ever.
It's well deserved. For sure.
Nardcore, I know those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we also got special guests this week. All of them? This week we got the main man. Benji. Everyone Nard knows Benji.
You all know Benji.
Yeah.
It's great to be here.
He's the fucking man behind the skins in Railer and Combat Shock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You got a third one that's on the down low?
Yeah, but we're gonna keep it on the down low.
All right. You guys don't know. By the time this is out, you guys are gonna hear about that shit. Because when Benji touches some shit, it's gold. So let's kick it off, dude.
Hey, real quick, I want to throw out. I realized that when I was reading my list for the other bands, the other records of 1984 from our last episode, that I read the ones from the 85. So I fucked up.
That's gonna be a hell of a lot of editing.
Nobody called him out on it.
Nobody did.
Damn.
Fuck.
This is like my light jacket, dude.
Yeah.
Even worse.
Fuck yeah, tinfoil.
This is
Rip the Band-Aid. Someone's
Where'd
gonna
you
eat a
get that
burrito.
from?
Corrales.
this is 185
I can
miles
Joe bought it for me.
ASMR.
Yes, because they don't seal off the end. So you know it's correct.
That's why I didn't like it. First time I had it, just saying.
Where's
You're
that
like,
from?
oh, God, I'm a
Corrales.
white boy and I don't know how to eat a burrito.
You know what was wild is I got a breakfast burrito there once, and it's really unique because I hadn't had one there, and they're like, they actually put rice in the breakfast burrito.
Interesting.
So I had to
Potato and
yeah, it's like everything, and I had to roll with it because I was like, man, that sounds fucked, but I was like, let's roll with it because Krause has been around forever, and they got to have something here, and it was interesting.
Sweet.
I would say that it didn't add anything or take away from the burrito. So maybe a little more texture. But I prefer a plain egg, cheese, and potato.
I love rice.
For breakfast.
That's
I'm a
all
rice
no,
sucker.
I'm almost
For
like,
in a
no,
breakfast though?
In a breakfast. Wait, no rice.
Yeah.
No rice.
No, they put rice. It's egg, cheese, potato, bean, and rice in a breakfast burrito.
That's just stacked. I don't know. I've gotten weird during breakfast, but I never fuck with rice in a burrito for breakfast. That's just me.
It was interesting, but not offensive, I would say.
I like it.
I'm almost a
do?
minimalist.
I do, yeah.
I'll take the egg and potato, no cheese.
Oh.
no beans, like that.
Yeah. No,
at
I'm
this guy.
strictly
Right on. Look
egg
at
cheese,
this guy.
egg cheese, potato, and then I bring my own hot sauce because I want a very simple. I don't want a salsa. I want a straight hot sauce. So like Valentina's, Tabasco. You know, if I got it, I want Tamasula, which is the best, but you can only get it in fucking Mexico. You know.
You're a man of particular taste.
Yeah. Well, what are you gonna
So
do?
the best burritos of 1985 were
Definitely not at Pepe's.
no, it's never been Pepe's.
Fucking worst. Best hoodie though. The Pepe's hoodies
Oh,
were sick.
dude, I have a rad Pepe's tank top.
I ate a lot of Pepe's. I'm not gonna say that I haven't, but yeah, it's definitely never been the best place.
No, locations.
Yeah.
And if you've been swimming all day, just give me something.
Well, Forrest lived on Rossmore, so you know it was perfect because we would just walk up there and
yeah, and Ryan literally lived in the house next to Pepe's.
Yeah, that tiny white one, as I remember.
Oh shit! Wait, Blasting Concept played a Fred Hammer event.
right in the parking
In the
lot.
parking lot.
Yeah, Pepe's. And I think we covered locals only, and Ryan moshed, and that was fucking sick.
Hell yeah.
That was so cool, dude.
Yeah,
If Ryan's there and a band covers locals only and he doesn't mosh, all cred is out.
Yeah.
Well, there goes the legend of Ryan Fredette.
That's true.
he's out.
You know?
He's out. He's out.
Something must be
Because
wrong.
what excuse do you have? Oh, dude, I got a bum leg. It's like, motherfucker, you've had that bum leg since '94, dude. Anyway. All right, so we're jumping right into it. The year is 1985. The correct answer is RKL, Keep Laughing. But, Stu, what do you got?
Wait, who else had that on their list?
I have that on my list.
I had it on. My
I chose something different.
No, but all right.
All right, well, you go first, and then we'll all just talk about Keep Laughing.
Yeah.
Actually, let's start with Benji. Are we going to keep laughing?
Honestly, I was gonna choose Descendants.
For California Punk and Hardcore,
Yeah.
85 Descendants.
I don't want to grow up.
I don't want to grow up.
Man.
But I thought the legend Joe Rivas told me that was 84.
Yeah, I did tell you that, but
Yeah, but who are the posers at the table not checking him? Fact checking?
Yeah.
This is 2020. We fact check now.
Yeah,
Hey, no judges, dude.
I just read it wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Pod World.
That's a month of me getting fucking emails.
You're gonna lose Patreon subscribers over
Yeah.
this. This is a scandal, bro.
Don't ever say that again.
The legend's not so legendary anymore. That's what's gonna happen, dude. I'm gonna
Okay,
get
so
demoted.
Descendants.
so Benji, if you had to compare this against the first Descendants record, what do you choose?
I honestly, I think I would choose this one.
Yeah,
I might like the production is a little bit tighter.
Yeah,
The flow of their songs are just they're finding their lane, they're finding their way. And honestly, you got Silly Girl on that album. It's
Yeah.
a great song.
yeah,
And My World is a great song as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, but there's other bangers on there, but man, it's just like a great record.
Well-
and go
yeah.
for it.
No. Go.
Oh, the other thing
This
is like
yours.
the reason why I picked that one is because when I first heard the Descendants, it was Everything Sucks, and you know that record is like musically tight.
Perfect for me.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
It's the greatest comeback
record
album ever,
Oh, dude.
right?
Yeah, it's just insane. And so listening to that first, it was easier to kind of...
Shout out to Daniel that can't stand hearing people eat.
It's ASMR.
Shout out to Fugazi.
But either way, I Don't Want to Grow Up was a good transition to...
Oh, yeah.
Do you have the like Caribbean air horn?
The Vuvuzuela? I wish.
I don't think is it a Vuvuzuela?
No. But
No, what is that? Oh, the...
Oh, ham horn.
Honestly, fuck that one. You should just do the Vuvuzuela instead, because the other one is like way too played out. It's way too played out.
That it is played out, but it still always makes me laugh. I never hate when someone does it. I'm like, okay, I love that.
I used to pour lattes, and when I do a perfect pour, I'd ham horn on my phone at Pete's Coffee.
Either way, I Don't Want to Grow Up
Yeah.
is the fucking shit.
I was just going to
Great
throw out
pick,
that,
Benji.
that you know, Bill's playing because he had been in Black Flag all that time.
Yes.
You know, in between, you know, those records.
Yes.
Yeah. So his playing just improved that much more because of all the tours
Exactly.
and everything that they were doing. Yeah. So.
That same year,
Probably getting berated by Greg Ginn for a couple years.
That's why Bill Stevenson is the GOAT. Because that same year, in '85, Black Flag released Loose Nut. And honestly, a banger on that album is I'm the One. Holy shit, man. It's a great song. It's a great song. But it's just Bill Stevenson.
Yeah.
Two different bands.
Yeah.
He's been like, Greg Ginn is just like fucking whipping the shit out of him, making him practice 7 hours a day and shit.
Dude, you gotta break them in.
Yeah. That's what's up.
break them down, break them in.
Yeah.
Stu hit it
With my wild card,
with your California.
California, well, I picked RKL, Keep Laughing.
Fuck yeah.
I picked RKL, Keep Laughing as well.
Okay, so you
Oh,
guys,
so-
let's...
You guys share this one.
Well, first hold hands. Then look me in the eye and tell me how you feel about this record.
Oh yeah, papi.
Well, it starts with Think Positive.
Yeah, one of the greatest first songs on a punk album.
Yeah.
And also, let's talk about the artwork. This is the Dan Seitz masterpiece.
Yeah.
Because not only like is the art ill, but the color scheme is ill.
It's fucking amazing. That blue with the
You know, like the magenta.
icy. It's just it looks like an icy color scheme.
It's
The-
iconic.
Like the snowboarding, like polar bear.
Yeah, I mean, I think about the color scheme and I think about RKO.
Yeah.
You know, the same way that you think about like the first Adolescence LP, or you know, or associating yellow with like the Bad Brains or something. I love it.
Yeah, I
for
do too. And Dead Teds, love that song. Just slow mid tempo the whole way through, just describing what it was like to party in Santa Barbara around that time. And it just puts you there, and I fucking love it. And like I've said before, it's like they're the first band I ever heard a lot of like cymbal catches into bass parts that go into a circle pit, and it just blew me away, like how these songs just captured so much speed and would stop it on a dime, and like they were just so tight, and you could just tell by the recording. And I just think like the whole band is Bomber, like for the most. I know he wrote all the music and, you know, played the drums on it. I don't know who's playing bass on it. I think you would know though, Joe.
Well, I'm not sure. It's before Joe. So.
Yeah.
I was listening to NoFX Liberal Animation the other day as I was on my my hunt to find who originated the do-da-da-da-do-da-da-da. And because, you know, we think that it may have come from Bomber, like, tossed it in there, and then maybe Smelly from NoFX, like, you know, took a snit, like a little piece of that and then turned it into, like, a thing. But I was so shocked that, like, kind of on Liberal Animation, Smelly's playing, like, a super loose style that is almost emulating Bomber. Like,
Bomber style is really loose, but I know that in those early RKL records that he really took the discharge D beat with the kick for sure. So he did a lot of that, which I noticed, And then as he progressed, like on a lot of like the later like 88, 89 live albums in Europe, he's doing what you would do on a double kick, but with a single pedal, which is just like as the entire circle pit.
That's hard to do.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah, it is hard to do.
Consistently.
He's doing like basically like the Motorhead beat, but in double time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. I chose this one because those who listened to the pod before, I fucked up and also chose West Coast originally. And so I settled with this. And I didn't want to choose an Oxnard related band, but I did choose this one because I had chosen Walk Together, Rock Together originally. So, yep. But this is still... of the other records that came out this year, this is by far, to me, the best because it's amazing.
Yeah, I love it too because it makes the glory years of the Nard also spread from like '83 with "Don't Be Mistaken" to this RKL Keep Laughing, and my pick, the Dr. No Burn 7-inch, which I think is, I mean, to think that this comes out after Plug-in Jesus, where like. Plug-in Jesus is, it's those guys in Dr. No being like huge Discharge fans and then being able to like do their own stab on it. And a lot of that is in Kyle's vocals being so zany and also like his topics, like they're fucking cool. It's kind of like where a lot of like heavy metal, including them, would end up going. But it's like early punk, crazy, drivey, psycho music. They put out a great LP, or it could be considered Plug-in Jesus. Some people say it's an EP, right?
Yeah,
but it's a fucking fully formed LP. But then to follow that up the next year with a fucking Burn 7-inch, which is like the songs are just on par. I mean, these songs are so good they could have been like the LP songs of the year before.
They're so ahead of their time.
Yeah, and then Burn. Probably the greatest Dr. No song. If I had to choose one, maybe the greatest Nardcore song, although Boogie his cover. What if they were having a duel to the death? Who knows? And Black and Gray and Conditioned and Intense Energy and SATC. What are we gonna do?
Keep going.
But yeah. But that Omega Point song off the fucking Nardcore for Life comp.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
They killed it last night, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, like 4 months ago?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, Burn is my pick. And
that Burn EP is absolutely fantastic. It's a 3-piece. So, that makes it that much more phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Stigmata. The Wounds of Christ. Sorry.
So good.
Yeah.
So demented.
So
it's
demented.
So fucking metal, dude.
Yeah.
At the same time.
But sonically it's punk, but it's like so metal. And that's why it resonates with people like, obviously Slayer did not choose a song off this 7-inch. They chose a song off the Plug-in Jesus.
Yeah.
But this
they
music
easily.
Of course.
Yeah.
This is resonating with
metal.
Everyone across the board of liking crazy music.
Yeah. The reproductions of these songs later on This Island Earth, a few of the songs deprogrammed. What else? Watch It Burn Itself, and there's one other. Aren't quite as good.
Yeah, but I can understand the mentality they're going for. Yeah. They think that like, oh, this is a one-off 7-inch or a single. Like we're a lot of bands do that. They drop a single and then like the single gets re-recorded for the LP, and that's what they're thinking, right? We're going to go into a real studio. We're going to make these songs sound like how they wanted it in their head to sound.
Yeah,
but it's very hard to replicate like the original like energy and so forth.
Well, yeah, there's that, and it's a whole different studio. It's not at Mystic. It's at wherever they recorded that. I don't even remember.
It's got to be a legit LA studio.
Yeah, and so the production value is way up. Although there's amazing songs. My favorite Dr. No song, "For Walls Falling," is on This Island Earth. So,
and I love listening to This Island Earth. And I love Erection and Flesh. I like the whole fucking journey. Yeah. But if I had to choose to tell someone why Dr. No is so special, and you had to nail it down to one song, it's Watch It Burn.
For sure.
So, and that's why the 7-inch makes it as my favorite California punk or hardcore record of the year 1985.
Okay.
All right. Moving on. Stu, what is your favorite wild card record?
I chose to go overseas, and I picked Amoebics Arise.
All right.
So they're basically Crusty Motorhead, if anybody hasn't heard it. It's war music in its simplest form. Songs like Drink and Be Merry. I would be riding my bike to school, looking at a yellow tinted sky about to rain, and the song would just blow me away every time I listened to it. The riffs are fucking heavy. The band looks terrifying. Their imagery is awesome. I think every shirt design or logo they have is just amazing. And I love this record very much. Close to my heart.
Yeah, they do a good job of like setting an atmosphere too.
Yes.
Right? So like maybe that's all. That's the only thing that I think we need to add for describing this.
Yeah.
Is that it's also kind of atmospheric.
Yeah, it is. I think that whole early crust scene is known for that. It's like that dystopian landscape they always try to describe. Kind of like
Well, I think that
post-apocalyptic.
this more than Discharge or anything else to really set that stage that you guys are talking about for what came in, into the 90s. And
They're setting it up for fucking Exxon 83 to come and knock it out of the fucking park. Dude, I will never get over how much I love that song. I can't. It's my favorite 90s hardcore song now.
It came a lot later than you thought, dude.
Dude, I know. Fuck.
That's sick.
I wish we were all friends back then and I could have loved that band. It would have been my favorite band. They're the fucking No Effects of Crust. You know? Well, because there's no riffs. Like, they're playing the linoleum of Crust. They're just like, it's like the chord progression is like a linoleum-ass song, but it's just fucking brutal, Yeah. Shout out Exxon 83.
Shout out to my tape that already came out.
Yeah, dude.
Get that shit.
Yeah. Get that shit. Reflections, the cassette comp, 90s Nardcore. Dude, thank you for doing that project, Stu. Dude,
for the love of it.
Yeah, I think that you need to be thanked. That was gnarly. And I wish I could have paid you to have that AAO song not on there, but what are you going to do? 1,000 people die on a jet.
Burn your money, dude.
All right. Let's go to Benji. Who you got for your wild card?
So for my wild card, I actually picked The Smiths. Meat is Murder.
Nice.
That's cool if you want to choose a white nationalist record.
All right, look it. Fuck Morrissey, right?
I agree. Like, I fucking hate the guy.
But
I don't know him, but
he's got bangers.
yeah,
He really does.
there's some really good songs.
Yeah.
you got to get Johnny love. So
Yeah. Yeah, Johnny, definitely. The other thing is, man, honestly, like, I don't really fuck with Morrissey, like, the solo artist. Like, I know people really love him and they ride for him and stuff, but I don't really, like, listen to that stuff.
Yeah, they got burned. They went along for the whole ride.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. But anyway, this album is sick. Headmaster's Rituals, great fucking song.
Yeah.
How Soon Is Now, a great song.
Absolutely.
And if we were to, like, kind of make connections today, Nick Woj, the drummer from Cold World, does a sweet remix with Mobb Deep, and that's that song.
Oh, like a mashup?
A mashup.
Ooh.
And it's fucking awesome.
Well, Quicksand did an amazing cover of it.
I haven't heard that.
Oh my god.
Of what?
Of How Soon Is Now?
Oh, like a rock version of that song?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, I need to hear that.
Yeah, with Walter, and it's phenomenal.
I got to hear that.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
Shout out
It was
to,
on an EP.
Shout out to episode 1
shout out
for
to
dropping knowledge.
Slapshot.
Yeah.
The legendary.
How about the Slapshot cover? Smiths?
It's so fucking good.
Dude. Sheer Terror Boys Don't Cry is going to be the greatest cover.
Yeah,
You know.
I would agree. It's pretty.
This is a great pick. I love the entire Smiths catalog. I talked on the last time that we did this about the Gin Blossoms being my my guilty pleasure, but for all that time, you know, like of being friends with all the San Diego guys, like those guys were Smiths fans, like, you know, and wore it on their sleeve, and so it was hard for me to like be like, yeah, you guys are right. So I was a closet Smiths fan for a long time, and but I love the whole catalog.
Did you ever have the pompadour?
No, I unfortunately went bald at the age 19 or 20, and
Oh shit! Sorry, bro.
I know it sucks. It sucks. If I could, I would. Joe could. You know, now my fucking
He has a mini pomp right now, even. Yeah.
wow, I'm fucking bald, and my fucking beautiful red beard is going gray. And someone needs to invent just for gingers, like really quick, like so I can fucking have this thing be bright red again.
I think your color is a 23C.
Oh, all right. That's what I'm here for. We got Joe dropping knowledge on the fucking punk front. We got Benji dropping some fucking follicle knowledge. You know, that's what it's all about.
That's the best.
Yeah. Anyone else on the Smiths? Is this the best Smiths record? Queen is Dead.
No, I wouldn't pick.
It's a toss up between those two.
You know what? My favorite Smiths record is a live record, and I'm not a fan of live records that much. But it's my favorite because it's so stripped down. And the Smiths, they do a lot of like some weird stuff that people probably love. And I love the live record, how stripped down it is. And it just lets the songs shine and everything's perfect. I love the fucking instrumental song on that record. I think other than that, it's only a B-side on one of the singles that I got. I used to always joke that was my favorite Smith song because Morrissey doesn't sing on it, you know, but whatever.
He's an awfully good singer. Like, or he's a, I don't know.
He's an awfully. He's okay. Like,
he's fucking
great.
awesome, dude.
He's
like
great.
He's a great singer, and obviously, great singer, great lyrics. It sucks to be, you know, sucked down some shitty political path, especially when like the world is yours.
Fucking,
you know what I mean?
I'll pay $130 to go see him at the Pasadena.
Only if he wears
a
tree.
a lot of fools that were like, "Oh, fuck, you hate Morrissey now." It's like, oh, then a sick ass show pops up with him headlining, and they're like, "How much?"
Well, when he quits that show, you know, which is the inevitable thing that's going to happen here.
When he gets hit by a water bottle on the first song.
Yeah, whatever. Then, you know, or you know, they're selling steak across the street, and so he's going to quit because you know it's too close for him or whatever. You know, it's still going to be a pretty rad show,
Right.
so
It's true.
Do you remember when?
Or that show that happened already, I think.
probably. I was on one of the recent podcasts when I was talking with Eddie, because he was talking about booking shows in the college in Fullerton, and I was mentioning that like one of the only shows that I ever went to on a college campus was when NoFX played UCSB, in like the football arena or whatever. Were you there?
Yeah.
Do you remember that Screech from Saved by the Bell had a band, and they played on like the other stage? Yeah. One of the guitarists of AAO, he's the guy that fucking binked him in the face with a water bottle. So
What did he do?
no, I think he stormed off. Yeah, and then I think he came back. Like the set wasn't over, but he definitely was bummed because he got hit with a full water bottle in the face when he's just trying to be punk. And
Did they have bangers?
no, they were fucking terrible.
Terrible.
They're terrible. But
Yeah, Down by Law played that show too.
on that stage, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember not so much, but yeah, shout out Daniel from Against the Odds for throwing a water bottle at Screech. Now go do it to Morrissey.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Cool.
Yeah. So
Joe?
my wild card, I chose "Tears for Fears" song from the Big Chair. I just love this band. They encompassed the good parts of new wave, but again with a real guitarist and bass player and drummer, and so I really appreciated that. And they wrote great songs. So, and it was a big deal in 1985. The MTV is there, and growing up, that's my freshman year of high school. So it was a lot going on there. So it's important to me. So I love that record. I also wrote down 2 other records. I had Smith's Meet His Murder on my sub list here, but also The Cure, Head on the Door, and The Cult Love were also pretty dang good records too.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My 85 wild card is Tom Waits' Rain Dogs. Now, this is the second one. On the previous episode, I talked to Swordfish Trombones. This is the second in the trilogy of Swordfish Trombones, Rain Dogs, and Frank's Wild Years. And this is probably the consensus of people that enjoy Tom Waits' full catalog. They think this is the best record. It just, if you get to be a fan of Tom Waits, his albums, they're real journeys. Like you can't really like pluck out songs and get like the full experience. You have to like take the ride. And this record is, but the one that you mentioned, Stu, the Bone Machine, is probably my favorite because it's the hardest of taking the ride. But this is his, while Swordfish Trombones was him figuring out the sounds and doing some of those, like, here's a wild song, here's a crooner. This is like his first like complete album where he can do that wild style and take you through all the motions, and it's something else. If you like this type of stuff at all, Rain Dogs is the fucking move. It has some of his most classic songs, in my opinion. Hang Down Your Head being probably my favorite. A lot of people think that Time is his best ballad, especially of like this era coming out of like where he's only doing crooners. Yeah, just an amazing album all around. And the cover too is like, it just gives you like a weird feeling. Like, what is that? Like, it's like I don't know. It's like a jovial fat guy like giving someone a hug, and you're like, is this like an uncomfortable hug? Is this a loving hug? Like, I don't really know what to feel, but it's Tom Waits, so it's got to be some weird shit. I don't fucking know. And then and there's stuff on here that like doesn't make any sense. Like, there's a song called Blind Love, which is just like a basic ass country song. It's like, it's the worst song on the record. Like, why is Tom Waits doing a normal song? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, this fucking record, again, if people are not into Tom Waits and you want to see if you are into like, 80s, 90s to current stuff, this is the best record. And check it out. That's all I got.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah, Rain Dogs. And kind of cool, like the idea of Rain Dogs. So he describes it as like basically in a big city when there's like a lot of stray dogs, like dogs are marking their territory everywhere, right? Like dogs are pissing. Like, that's my fucking corner. That's my hydrant, motherfucker, whatever. But then like a big rain comes, right?
Yeah.
And all the dogs, they're just like roaming the city like oh shit.
At?
Yeah, like we gotta like, is this even my city? Like, whatever. And you gotta start from stake your claim. Start from scratch.
It's a bunch of dog gangs, man.
Yeah.
Dog gangs everywhere.
I know, but you're starting from scratch. Whose corner is that?
That's true.
And where's the weed spot at?
Got a weed spot over here. Got a weed spot over here. Hey guys, help me out.
How many years have you been playing guitar, Stu?
Hey guys, help me out.
So fucking shout out District 9, one of the greatest hardcore 7-inches ever. School of Hard Knocks. All right. Moving on to 1986. Favorite California punk and hardcore record? Stu, take it.
Uniform Choice, Screaming for Change.
I got the same.
Yeah.
Benji? Oh, sorry.
No.
I assume everyone has it. Okay, let's talk about it.
All right, let's go. Self-explanatory record, dude. It's the Minor Threat of the West Coast, and it's. I had to think about that a lot, and hard because both bands are just amazing in the style they do. Mm-hmm. I think at the end of the day, I'd choose Minor Threat, but Uniform Choice, it just feels like just because they're from California, I feel like they're like my band, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really don't get, I don't know, the credit or the love that they deserve.
I agree.
Like, if I'm going to be quite honest, like, I heard about them maybe, like, let's just say, like, I started listening to music in 2000.
Okay.
And I didn't hear about them or, like, even really pay attention to them till about, like, I don't know, man, like 2007.
I could go even later than you though with that. Like,
so that's like a span of 7 years where it's like I probably should have known about them. They probably should have been under my radar when I got into music.
Yeah,
but didn't happen for like 7 years.
You never know though, because like we have talked about on the San Diego pod I do, like dialing into this record. We've talked about it a lot, and Greg says it doesn't connect to that many people now, and we think that maybe it's just because it's a little too wild, like there's a little too much of the YOLO punk, maybe. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because I think comparing it to Minor Threat is a good comparison. Obviously, straight edge hardcore, whatever. It is 5 years after, and it's just the speed is turned up, the vocals are a little more over the top. And
there's so much energy on it.
This thing fucking rages. I mean, like, the day that this makes me not want to fucking stage dive on my bed is the day that someone needs to take me out back and fucking old yeller my ass. You know what I mean? Because, and I mean, the set is like the stage is set with this record just coming in on fucking guitar ring outs and the fucking drummer playing lightning fast with those little phlegms and shit. Yeah. And it's just like, oh my god! And then I don't know the first hardcore band to like do like that guitar cutout. You know, where it's like just cutout. Now the riff starts. Yeah, you know. But I do know this is probably the fucking song that perfected it. You know, and then it just comes back in like now it's like you're doing these fucking fast as fuck ring outs. Now you cut out. Now you're doing this riff, and now drums kick back in, and now you're doing the riff that fucking fast with the drums. It's like, oh my god, if that doesn't make your fucking blood boil, like, I don't know if you like this fucking... you don't like 80s hardcore, probably, right? Like, whatever. People can have opinions on the singing or whatever, but, like...
What opinions would they have?
Well, I mean, some people could think that it's over the top, like the operatic stuff.
I don't know. That's what makes it good to me.
It makes it great,
you know?
But I'm just saying, like, the energy of this stuff is off the fucking charts. Yeah. And I will say that, like, if you don't like the singing on the verses, like when they slow it down and do the breakdowns, it's like that's when the fucking scene you're like, okay, I fucking know what this guy's going for. Like, don't change and people change. It's like, ooh, it's like, I mean, this is it's some of the best music ever. Yeah. I fucking love it. Great picks too.
Thanks. That was your pick as well?
Oh yeah. Okay. Joe.
I chose Dead Kennedy's Bedtime for Democracy.
So glad to have him on here because I feel like
finally,
you know, with us saying California punk and hardcore, to have him not represented until 1986. Take it away, Joe.
Yeah, so I chose this record. You know, we bought this new. We are. When I say we, I mean my brother and I, Dobby and I, and our crew of friends. Burning John and his brother Chris and Rob Calvert and all those, and we joined forces with the Wanimi guys, which is Pika and Forrest and Justin and like all that. So that's when this happens. This record comes out. Nobody was sure that there was going to be this other Dead Kennedy's record or not. Nobody knew what was going on with them because they were going through all the stuff from Frankenchrist with their lawsuit and all the stuff that was happening with that. But this came out, and we had this friend Dan that had a car. We were all, I was 15, 16 at the time, so not driving yet, and he would play this. I just vividly remember this. He would play the song, and we're driving around in his car, and he played "I Spy." You're familiar with the song?
I have no. I have the cassette though. Shout out to Fred Hammer.
Dun, 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 dun. And then it goes like this crazy fast part of the song. So it starts off this real slow, dirgy kind of thing, and then it goes fast. But the way he would drive, it was just crazy. It was fun, and I would hold on to I was outside the car on the hood of his car, driving like the Camarillo back roads and stuff like that. Super fast. That's not really interesting. I'm sorry, but that's the memory that I have.
I think that's a great fucking.
It's fucking interesting.
It's super rad.
Driving and music like go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Like it always it's the soundtrack.
They
to your
put
shit.
radios in cars. It's fucking crazy.
It's yeah.
And then the cover, take this job and shove it. It's great.
Now tell me if I'm totally wrong, which I am often, but this is like the most stripped down Dead Kennedy's record. Also,
I think so. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's the most produced.
I just think of like,
but like they didn't do anything extra.
Yeah,
if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I just think it's like it's the most stripped down.
Yeah.
Kind of in a way that I think is really interesting. Them kind of stripping things down, and then it's also the way the Misfits went.
Yeah.
Like their later stuff was also like the most like direct, the most direct songs they had, which are just like blazing. I'm not saying that this is not blazing fast like fucking Earth AD, but it's that they're doing like more complex songs in the beginning, and then they're actually like honing in and going for it. So anyway, am I completely wrong?
No,
You're not.
Okay. No, I agree.
Which is cool, right? I mean, yeah. Anyway, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, you want to say all the '86 punk stuff that was out there?
Yeah. So also, No Means No, Sex Mad, Blast, Power of Expression. I'm surprised nobody chose that, but
That's on my list.
White Flag, Feeding Frenzy, The Descendants
Mystics
Enjoy.
Yep.
No Effects. So what if we're on Mystic?
Terrible record.
Yeah, it is. DI, Horse Bites, Dog Cries, and
not for me.
Yeah, and Fire Hose.
And what were your '86 others, Benji?
Well, actually, Power of Expression is on my list for '86 for California bands.
Oh, did we not go to you?
No,
Shit,
we
I'm
fucked up because me and Stu had the same.
Yeah.
it's all good.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay because that's a good way to segue into this. Blast is the fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this album is just how it starts, how it ends, everything about it. And the other thing is, if I'm going to be like completely honest, I hear the Blast style in our area. Like, so sometimes when people say like, oh, like that area kind of has a sound, a lot of times I feel like, like Graham from Annihilation Time, like plays. You can hear
it.
The Mike Nieder sound in his playing. You can hear the Greg Ginn sound in his playing.
Yeah.
And I'm biased because I played in the band, but
Yeah.
Railer, Blasting Concept,
for sure.
Civil Conflict, all really hone in on that type of like style.
Yeah.
And so I really do feel like it's a part of the sound of this area.
Yeah, for sure.
Nonetheless,
That's a direct link to Fred being a huge Blast fan.
Yeah.
And then Fred
definitely.
and then in the 2001 Fields of Fire in Control tour, with Fred going with Fields of Fire and then Graham coming out of that and wanting to do Annihilation Time, and then having Fred sing for that. So that's Fred and Graham right there for putting that sound into the. I mean, they came here, Blast played, in their prime in Ventura County.
Yeah, for sure. Several times.
Yeah, so I'm not saying that this is when it started, because a lot of that was probably
Direct.
people liked it and were influenced by it and so forth. But I would say that of the last 20 years, that's like we can directly correlate that to Graham and Fred as putting it in the DNA of the Nard.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for those two motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Fred obviously had a super special connection to them. Putting out the lab stuff, their post, the post band, and then naming his first book.
Yeah, the Power of Expression.
After this record, yeah. So
Yeah, and Lab being Life After Blast.
yeah.
What? Lab.
But also shout out to Mandel for doing the Blackout 7-inch.
I was just going to say, what about Blackout?
Yeah.
Not
Not
T-Zog Blackout. Shout out to Blackout.
Well, Lab could also be Life After Blackout.
yeah.
But yeah, no, great pick. So going into god damn it, I was gonna do such a nice transition, but we got to do the '86 wild cards. So
Yo, music starts to get real fucking cool.
Oh, I'm really...
around this
my
time,
picks get stupid.
Yeah.
yeah, no, I was so righteous about I got 2 hardcore picks. It starts disappearing a little bit.
Well, it's cool because you get to see what 2 genres you kind of break off into.
Yeah, mine just break off to being following some weird drunk guy who's actually sober the entire 80s and 90s until today.
Tom Waits?
Yeah, he got weird when he got married and sober. That's the fucking weirdest thing.
I wonder what his reality is.
That's what love does to you, boys.
One day I hope I find out. Yeah.
Who wants to kick off the 86 wild card?
You take it, Stu.
Okay. I picked...
Okay, first off, let's say, if this is not unanimous, then someone's getting chucked out the window.
It's not.
Well,
It's totally not. And I know what you picked.
There's a couple runners up that I'll accept.
Okay.
Yes. All right, Stu. Let's see.
I picked Conflict, the Ungovernable Force.
Okay, if you're gonna go full crust punk, then I can't argue it.
that's like punk.
This is the best punk. If you're gonna go punk, which I think bare bones is political, action oriented, passionate. This is the album, and I think that this is punk. It's so fucking good, and I think it planted that. Well, my notes here say it planted the vegan seed within. Based on the song called "We Are the Alf," and that song blew me away because the entire song is just lyrics teaching you how to be an animal rights activist, how to strip paint from cars and putting sand in a gas tank, and just cool things like telling you how to use herbal shampoos. It's a fucking great song.
Shout out Tom's of Maine. Right? That's a brand, right?
I think so.
The toothpaste? That's like the vegan toothpaste. Is it Tom's of Maine?
Yeah, it
Or am I
is.
totally wrong?
No,
Okay.
you fucked. That's funny. I was like, what band is that?
Can't you just stick your toothbrush into some baking soda?
Just baking soda, coconut oil. You're good.
Same thing as Tom's.
Yeah, this fucking song tells you all about that, dude. Wow. Yeah.
Ahead of their time.
Yeah, 86, dude. Every song flows.
They weren't the first doing that either, though. So
Yeah. First for me. Anyways, love this.
Love this pick.
It's a great pick, dude. So,
I thought I was so righteous, but all right. Joe, you want to hit him with the real answer?
yeah, Beastie Boys, License to Ill. Look how bummed he just got.
Are you serious?
yeah, dude.
serious?
Oh my god.
We'll chime in.
That's
dude.
cool. No, I'm gonna shut up over here.
I know what you expected me to say.
Whoa, I thought you were cool, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
We're not.
Okay.
I'm episode none now, dude.
Dang.
From the mountaintop.
How mighty we fall.
Really?
However
But
that
Beastie
goes.
Boys?
Yeah, so I chose the Beastie Boys. This record, I think, more than anything in the 80s, changed music. Yeah, let me say that again. This record changed music more than anything else in the 80s.
How so?
So
It's like the shape of everything terrible to come. Like,
guy.
well, it's like, does Red Hot Chili Peppers exist without this?
Yeah, because their first record was in 82. So, yeah.
And they're from LA.
Yeah.
They're the other worst band.
And there's no internet.
Until Aerosmith starts kicking out all ballads. Then we got the 3 worst bands.
Dude, how you gonna talk shit on the Red Hot Chili Peppers, man? They put their dick inside socks.
I think it's called Cocks in Socks. But yeah, okay. All right. Pitch this album to me, dude. I'm open-minded.
Okay. So, also on this record is at least one member of the band that you expected me to choose playing a song, right?
Cool.
So, yeah, cool. Yeah,
Dang.
Wow.
this guy. It's okay.
No, so like, what do you like about it?
It was fun.
The call and answer. It was fun.
It was fun.
Fun
It
record.
was a lot of fun.
To listen with your buddies in a car.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see the appeal of it. It's just I'm actually a pretty big hip hop fan, and I don't understand this at all. It just doesn't resonate with me. Yeah. I don't know how much fun music I like when I think about it.
Yeah. Well, you're not a very fun person.
Yes.
No, it's certainly not the cream of the crop of hip hop, but it opened the door to the entire world to what hip hop could be, more than any other hip hop record up to that point. You know, Paul's Boutique is far superior as far as hip hop. You know. Purist hip hop goes.
Is that after this or before this?
What year was that? Paul's Boutique.
I'm going to say 88.
Okay. Love that album.
Yeah, but this record was the catalyst that changed hip hop, and anybody that says that's not the case is full of shit. They're denying that this opened that door. So, yeah,
I like this record. I think it bangs.
Fuck yeah.
You got that Benji endorsement.
Benji, go.
All right. So this is actually really hard. Both of these bands are they're from New York.
What are you choosing between 2 right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Damn, it's a nail biter. We're down to it.
This is a tough year, man.
86 is rough.
86 is fucking. Actually, I mean, there's a bunch of different bands I can pick from, honestly.
Dude.
But I have this is the thing with these lists, man. Like, I love them all.
I know.
Yeah, so Joe, while Benji's deciding, can you paint the picture for 86?
I don't want to step on whatever his pick.
But I want to hear all the ones I don't want to hear Benji's just down to 2 now.
Well,
I want to hear your whole list.
We need yours as well.
All right.
Okay,
So,
well, I'm
fair
gonna pick the
enough.
one that I like.
Okay.
Right now.
Okay.
It's the Cro-Mags, baby. Age of Quarrel. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
Thank you.
it's like, damn.
Was that the record we were supposed to choose?
There's fucking 2.
I can only think of one album better than
And then
that.
the only other one I would have picked
Is Master of Puppets this year though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like I didn't even look over there on that side, but I also it was close between AF, Cause for Alarm.
Oh,
So I don't know.
not even close. Cro-Mag's Age of Quarrel.
For sure. For
yeah,
Age of
It's up
Quarrel.
to you.
AOQ
That's my favorite
all the way,
hardcore album ever.
all the way.
What?
Cro-Mags, Age of
Okay.
Quarrel.
Yeah, I mean,
But I did pick Conflict over that.
it's hipster ass shit then.
Whatever,
Choose
dude.
your favorite record.
It's the fucking baking soda toothpaste, bro.
I know.
Messing with his head.
Whatever.
You gotta choose your favorite, dude. Yeah, Age of Coral, fucking great pick. It's been talked about on the pod so much. I mean, it's it's one of the greatest hardcore records ever.
Yeah.
Period.
And objectively, even if you're not a fan of it, objectively, it's a top 10 hardcore record.
For sure.
And that was my issue. Is like I would lump Age of Coral into minor threat category in terms of like
Which should be picked.
Kings. I know. It's just this is rough for me, so
Okay, so for the 90s, let's choose our favorites. But
or keep doing what you're doing. Because I
doing
like
my
it.
thing.
I
I'm just
like
doing
it.
my thing.
I know, but it's like,
at least it's represented.
Yeah.
So
but it might not be. But it might not be. And then because I'm not going to choose it right now, and then Age of Coral doesn't get mentioned for 86, and it should have been.
Yeah.
So,
well, it is on the side note. So
okay. Slayer, Rain and Blood. And Jesus Christ.
I mean, that crushes everything.
Yes.
Guys, and we all talked about how that was going to be Joe and I's favorite too, but
I feel like that's the LeBron James of our choices of records. He's just going to
of
kill
aggressive
everybody.
music in general.
He's just going to kill everybody.
it's gonna be mad.
It's like you guys want to fucking kiss necks and fondle our night, or you guys want to fuck? I choose to fuck. I'm going Slayer, Rain and Blood.
It is an amazing record.
I mean, how many times on this pod do I have to say I like
And
things?
also the record that changed that music entirely forever.
Well, if you want to talk about something where it's like nothing before it or nothing after it, let's talk about the fucking apex, which is Slayer, Rain and Blood.
Yeah, that's true.
And Jesus Christ, I mean, like,
How fast is that fucking record? And how about that has the best opening track and the best second track?
yeah,
Best closing
Angel of Death
track.
and Piece by Piece, best closing track, best fucking 2 songs back to back, Altar of Sacrifice into fucking Jesus Saves.
Dude, it's so fucking
know?
heavy.
Like, it's. You guys are crazy.
My little brother called me. My brother.
You look so disappointed right now.
Well, I just think that, like, if we need to make our honest picks because
It is an
This-
honest pick.
It is an honest pick.
you just said yours wasn't an honest pick.
Justified honest pick.
Fair enough. I mean, if you want to get something in, but I think that's when we would allow, like, I have a honorable mention that I have to get in.
Yeah,
You're
I
allowed to cheat.
I don't have any honorable mentions.
Yeah. No, that's all. It's just I'm looking at my 87 pick, and it's like, I mean, I have to say it because I'm being honest here. It's not what I want to choose, but you guys will see.
That's kind of how I feel for 87 too.
Okay. What if we choose the
You're
same
gonna
one?
fucking hate my pick, dude.
No, I'm cool. This is the offensive one. But yeah. So what else we got in the year 86, Joe?
Well, on my list is Master Puppets, and then Talking Heads, True Stories.
And then
That
what
was the other huge record of '86. I mean, there's a whole bunch of other stuff too, obviously.
what were the other ones you had for 86, Benji?
Youth of Today, Break Down the Walls. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then also Beowulf. They're self-titled. And they have a few fucking slappers on there, man.
Yeah.
Drink, fight,
Drink,
fuck.
fight, fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I think that now would be a good time to go to Storytime with Forrest.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
sounds good.
Let's bring him over.
Let's bring him over. Let's fucking beam him up, dude.
Joe has his number.
Oh, yeah. 805. No. Let's do that.
648-1100 is the number to the Domino's on Ventura Avenue.
6431043 is Corrales.
8675301.
8675309. That was my Dollar Tree employee number.
All right.